What you are seeing here is my web console, also known as the upstream cockpit project for a vanilla RHEL 9 virtual machine. We're going to be bouncing back and forth between the terminal and the UI, so let's just use the built-in terminal. I've gone ahead and logged in as the root user, just to make things easier. First, we'll need to ensure that ImageBuilder is installed and configured on our system. That is the Composer and Composer CLI commands. We'll also want to add the OpenSCAP tools that provide us with the needed profiles. Once you have those packages installed, add your user to the welder group. I'm just using my Ansible service account here as an example. Next, let's enable the web console and ImageBuilder services. We'll use the tac now so they start on boot and start now. Then ensure that the needed firewall ports are open. Since I'm using the web console already, the ports are confirmed to be open. If you like using tab completions on your commands, you'll be happy to know that Composer has auto-completion. Let's go ahead and source the config file. Then run the status command to make sure everything is configured correctly. Now, we need to pick a compliance profile. If you look inside the user share directory, you can see what profiles are available for this version of your operating system. There's quite a few of them, so let's pick one of the more common ones, the CIS Server Benchmark Level 2. We'll also want to remember this profile ID as it will come into play in just a minute. Now, let's get some additional information on our chosen profile and read up on the description. After that, we're going to actually generate our ImageBuilder blueprint. We're going to use the OpenSCAP command to generate a CIS profile. We want a blueprint as the file type, and we'll write out that blueprint into a TOML file. If we take a look at that file using our preferred text editor, we can see how easy it is to see what the image will look like when it's done. We've got a file system defined, number of packages to be installed, and some services that should be either enabled or disabled. For the sake of this example, let's go ahead and add the Vim enhanced package to our blueprint. Once we save our blueprint, we can push it into the image builder using the Composer CLI command. Now, we could go ahead and use the command line to generate the image, but let's see how our new blueprint looks inside the web UI. Let's click on Image Builder under Apps. You can see our CIS L2 blueprint, and sure enough, there's the services that we defined, along with the file system layout, as well as a bunch of additional settings we can add later. Now, if we look under Packages, we can see several already defined, including our Vim enhanced package. All this looks good, so let's create an image. Red Hat Enterprise Linux, OpenStack, and a number of other platforms use a QCOW2 format, so let's generate one. This process can take from 10 to 20 minutes depending on your network connection and system resources. Thanks to the beauty of post-editing, ours comes back in a flash. With our image successfully built off of our blueprint, we can download it or copy it to the host system we want to launch. I went ahead and created a VM off of our blueprint in one of my cloud accounts. Before we can take a look at our compliance profile, first we need to register our new system with Red Hat and with Red Hat Insights. We can do that using the RHC command, the Red Hat connector utility. You can use activation keys or a username and password. Once registered, we can navigate to the hybrid cloud console at console.redhat.com. Here's where Red Hat Insights lives. Let's click on RHEL, and from our left-hand menu, go to Security, SCAP Profiles. You'll see we don't have any policies set up, so let's create one. We based our blueprint on RHEL 9, so we'll select that here. Now, we'll see a number of policies that are available for 9. Let's filter down and select CIS Server Level 2. This gives us a field to define the purpose of this role. Maybe you give it the name of an environment or a workload, something that tells you why you have this policy. Now, no production system is perfect. There'll pretty much always be exceptions. So many compliance organizations expect about a 95% or better in any audit. So we'll set that as our target here. On the next screen, let's select our newly registered RHEL 9 system. Now we can see why that compliance percentage was so important. For CIS Level 2, there are over 300 rules a system must pass. Let's go ahead and select all for now and create our report. If we go to our registered system, we'll see that, there's no data. That's because we haven't told our client system that it needs to report its compliance status to Red Hat Insights. Let's jump back over to our RHEL 9 system real quick. We'll run the Insights client command with the compliance option. This will report back to Red Hat Insights based on the profile this system has now been assigned to. Now we can refresh our compliance page and bingo. Notice that our system is compliant, over 96%. That's not bad. There are a few configurations that need to be tweaked. And as Image Builder becomes more robust, we'll see more of these configurations meet these rules out of the box. From here, you can create a remediation plan, which is basically an Ansible